Hello Battlefield fans, Wild here, and we're gonna join this game a little late. Something I don't like to do, but we're gonna do it, and we didn't do bad. We did a good job. We placed top 3, and it's gonna be fun. But today we're gonna talk about overpowered weapons. That's a good topic, and there's always certain gun that people label overpowered, or guns. Maybe sometimes more than one. Overpowered. And I don't feel like in Battlefield 4 there's such a overpowered gun. Although I don't believe in such term overpowered. I think it's more like overused. Right? People sometimes like certain guns, or we like certain guns, and we use them a lot because it fits our game style. Because they're good, and that doesn't make them overpowered. There's always a way to counter the guns. That's what I believe, regardless what people say. I always found ways to to counter the most favorite weapons in the games, regardless of the game. Call of Duty, Battlefield, it's always the same thing. So I think in Battlefield 4 there's not such thing as overpowered weapon. I don't think people can complain about any gun because they're pretty balanced. What I believe is underpowered weapons. There's guns that need a buff, that need some damage control. Well, maybe get the damage a little bit higher in order to balance against other guns. For example, there's guns that shoot really slow. Some of the LMGs, I think they need a bit more damage. That way they can keep up on a medium range against guns that shoot really fast. So to me, that's more like a balancing issue more than overpowered. So people may think that the gun is overpowered, but it's just because maybe your gun is underpowered. Not the other gun is overpowered, maybe your gun is underpowered. So your gun is the one that needs more damage. So like I said, some of the LMGs are pretty weak on a medium range, and if you're up against a gun, AK5C, even if you the guy with the LMG shoots first, you're not gonna make it because the damage is pretty low. So to me, that's the issue. It's underpowered, not overpowered. So I believe people tend to get confused. So you get killed by the let's say AK5C or the AUG. Oh my god, the AUG is overpowered. It's not. It's your gun that needs a little buff. The other gun is fine. The other gun is good. It's fine. That's the way it is. It's your gun that maybe needs a bit more damage in order to keep that balance between fire rates in guns. That's what I believe that needs to be corrected in this game. So I don't believe there's such thing as overpowered in this game. Everything seems to be pretty good. The AUG at some point was called overpowered in some of these other guns. The AKU-12. It's more about complaints rather than actual facts to call a gun overpowered, right? So the AK-12, for example, you can use it in this game. You can use it in Call of Duty Ghost. In both games are pretty good. Basically the same gun, like a little to no recoil, good accuracy, good fire rate. It's a well-rounded gun, and if the gun is good, it's good. It's not overpowered. So sometimes people tend to go a little too extreme when it comes to weapons, and just they look for something to complain about when in reality there's nothing to complain about, right? So once again, I think the thing here to keep an eye on is maybe the guns that need more work in order to balance things out. Shotguns, you could say shotguns are overpowered. I don't think so. That's the job of the shotgun, to kill fast at a close range. And that's one thing that people really don't understand, because since you have to be so close to the guy, it requires some sort of skill, believe it or not, just to be close to the guy, to rush to the enemy. I was gonna say the enemy spawn, but to rush towards the enemy and try to get some kills. So in a way, you are in disadvantage with the shotgun, right? If you're trying to cross the map with a shotgun, you can get killed really easy with a guy with the LMG, carbine, assault rifle, SMG. It's pretty easy. So I think everything can be countered. Everything has pros and cons. So of course you kind of rewarded for that effort of being close to the enemy with maybe one shot, maybe two shots to kill a guy. Sometimes it depends. The game kind of like plays weird sometimes. Sometimes it's like one shot, one kill with the shotgun. Sometimes you need two. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe like netcode, whatever it is. I don't even know. So maybe it's accuracy sometimes. Maybe it's the bullet spread. Whatever the reason is, it goes from like one shot to two. I don't, doesn't really matter. You can kill the guy fast, so it's all good. But like I say, if you spot out a couple of shotgunners, all you have to do is keep an eye for those guys who you see running a lot and careless, and try to be really close to you. Those are the guys with the shotgun, so make sure that you keep those firefights maybe medium to long range. That way they can get you and you can get them. So it's it's smart playing as well, in order to do that. But it's not overpowered. So I don't think there's anything overpowered in this game. Even in Battlefield 3, M16 AK, they were not overpowered. I don't believe so. It's just overused. We like them. I used them. They were pretty fun to use. I used the other guns as well. The M4, it was pretty good. And I forgot some of the names. The PKP over there was pretty nasty. The P90 was a monster. I mean, there was a lot of guns that were good. And sometimes people tend to stick to one. And that is, maybe they don't bother, maybe some people like the M16 better than the AK, some people like the AK better than the M16, some people like them both. F2000, they were just so popular weapons and people liked them, and they were pretty good. So overpowered, I don't think so. Battlefield 4, I don't think it's there's any gun that we can call overpowered. The Bulldog is probably the latest most used gun. I don't know how many people in this game were using the Bulldog, and we just kill them. So it doesn't matter about the gun. I don't think it's overpowered. It's always there's always a ways to counter. It's always about the player. If you know how to use the gun, if you know how to control those firefights, if you know that your gun is good at medium, long range or close range, whatever you're using, and you know how to handle that, then you're gonna be good with any gun, regardless. So you know how to pick your fights, and that's gonna make you such a deadly weapon. I'm pretty sure you are. So it's not about the gun. Sometimes people is just playing the gun for everything. Sometimes the guy is good. The guy happens to be good. The guy happens to be really aware of what's going on in the game. The guy is is a well-trained player. Maybe not a professional player, but maybe the guy plays the game a lot and knows how to play. So it's not about the gun all the time. People tend to forget these things. So I think the term overpowered is more like I'm annoyed because I got killed by this gun. that's what most of the times overpower means, and the first thing they do is I gotta make a video to put on YouTube and say this gun is overpowered. It's not, it's not. And sometimes a lot of these guys put this in people's minds, and then everybody, like happens all the time, they start to repeat the same thing. Oh, this guy is overpowered. Why? Well, this guy saw a video, this guy was saying he's overpowered, so the guy is overpowered. It's not like that. It's not like that. So, in this game we're using the SG553, one of my favorites, pretty good. And I don't know, I think it's a well-rounded gun to use, like I said in previous videos. So it's one of my favorites. I like it a lot. And we just destroyed these guys. We had a good team. Everybody was motivated, wanted to play the objective, going after those flags, and just making sure we kept those flags blue, so everything is good. It's good when you have teammates like this. Makes the game a lot easier, even though we joined late. I wish I would have joined since the very beginning. We would have done a lot better, but can't complain about the final score, about what we did. And another W here, another victory, another win. It's good. It's good. So remember, I don't think it's overpowered unless there's something like really extreme. Right, something really extreme, like in Battlefield 4 we had this situation where the netcode was the one causing the one bullet kill. It wasn't the gun, it was the netcode thing. So you get that feeling of like being killed by one bullet. So it's not overpowered. So sometimes stuff like that happens in this game. It's more about connection, it's more about lag. It's not always about the gun, right? So, but once again, people have favorites, and sometimes they tend to use those guns all the time. Like we've seen in not just the Battlefield, but in Call of Duty as well. If they like the FAMAS, that's all they use, the FAMAS, because they think it's the greatest gun ever. F2000 was pretty good in Battlefield 3. So, and some of the other guns are pretty good, man. So I don't believe in overpowered. I don't believe in that. And but hey, It's all about what's a matter of opinion, right? So, but the game is slowly coming to an end. It was a nice victory, nice gameplay, nice team, nothing to complain about. So everything is good. Part of my multiplayer sessions, and there's more to come. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this gameplay and this commentary. And let me know in the comment sections, what do you think about the overpowered weapons? Do you think there's an overpowered gun in the game? I want you to tell me if there's an overpowered weapon. Maybe I don't know about. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm blind. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's one and I missed it. So thank you for watching. My name is Wildchild, and I will see you on the next video. Alright? Thank you for watching. Later.